Drew Brees joining us here in Seattle. Obviously disappointing, and you guys aren't used to games like this ending in this fashion. And just talk about what happened tonight in your mind. What stands out for you?
Well, they played great. You got to give them a lot of credit, both offensively and defensively. They create, a very tough environment here, hostile environment to come into and to, be able to communicate and get things all together and execute. And so obviously we knew that challenge coming in, but we did not execute as well as we normally do, and certainly the way we know how. I wouldn't say that weather was a factor. I wouldn't even say crowd noise was, something that caused any type of, miscommunication or anything, for us. They just played a lot better than we did, and listen, we knew what was at stake. We knew the, prime time, Monday Night Football, all those things, how important this game was. But, fact is, just didn't come together for us tonight. They made a lot of plays. We did not make many, and they just kept chugging along. And unfortunately, you have days like this. We're used to being on the other side of these, and very rarely are we here. But we got to deal with it. We got to find a way to get better and put it past us, and then move on and get ready to play better this week.
You're not making any excuses, and you keep giving credit to Seattle. You've been a Saint for 8 years. Is this one of the better defenses that you faced?
I think they're a very good defense. And listen, they played great today. They could do no wrong. They don't have a weak link. And when they're playing at home, they thrive off the atmosphere and the crowd noise and all those things. So they deserve a lot of credit. They deserve all the credit. And for us, we just got to find a way to play better. And certainly, if we ever get the opportunity to come back here, then we got to find a way to beat these guys.
Talk about the turnover on the second drive, down 3-0. Really a game-changing play. How did that alter things in this game and turn things around?
Well, they made a nice play. I'm going to throw the check down to Pierre, and all of a sudden, arm gets hit, ball goes up, and just falls into the lap of a defensive lineman, which is unfortunate. So I think we knew they thrive on that kind of thing. I mean, felt like we took good care of the ball the rest of the time. Just one of those freak plays where they get it. They had a ball bounce off one of their guys' face mask, another guy caught it and he fell in the end zone. So, I mean, you could say that, when the ball bounces your way, it bounces your way and things are great, and when it doesn't, it doesn't. It seems like it certainly went their way at times tonight. Ended up in some good fortune for them, and for us it did not.
You get the touchdown pass to Jimmy Graham, who sets a single-season Saints record, eclipsing Colston. At that point, even after all the bad things that happened, did you feel like, here we go a little bit?
No doubt, because that was early second quarter. We knew there was a lot of football left to be played. I mean, even at halftime, we're down 20 points, 27-7, but still felt like we'll come out in the second half and put it together methodically, one drive at a time, and come back and win this game.
You've been around a lot of places, college and the pros, and you haven't used it as an excuse, but is this one of the louder places you've ever played?
It definitely is. Yeah, it definitely is. They create a great atmosphere here. It's a great fan base. They do a great job in the stadium of, knowing when to get loud, kind of orchestrating that with, the music and all that stuff. So they do a good job of that here. I mean, that's what they thrive on. That's why they haven't lost a game here in 2 years.
Two more questions. You've been a role model for Russell Wilson. He can't say enough good things about you. It seems like out of all the guys who played well at the quarterback position coming out of college last year, he's kind of separated himself. I mean, just talk about the way he's playing right now. I'm sure you can appreciate that.
He's a great competitor. I love his approach. He's a student of the game. He wants to be great, loves football, very humble. And you just watch him kind of grow and get better each and every week. And like I said, I think what's most impressive is not the way he's played, but the way he's handled it all. Certainly deserves, a lot of praise, a lot of credit. He's only going to get better. He's got a great team around him. They're playing extremely well right now, and obviously he's a big part of that.
All right, final question. Long plane ride home, but you don't really have time to dwell on this at all. Carolina, another primetime game next Sunday. The winner's going to be atop the division. You know how well they're playing. What do you expect from them?
We expect their best, and we're going to have to bring our best as well. There's a lot at stake in every game, but now you're talking, 2 8-3 teams, both vying for the division title. So this is what it comes down to. This is what you play for.
All right, I appreciate your time.
Thanks, Mike.
All right, that's Drew Brees here in Seattle, the second worst loss, guys, of the Sean Payton era. The worst loss, you have to go back to 2007, the season opener against Indianapolis, but really different circumstances. I think the expectations going into this game, pretty sky high, the best two teams in the NFC, and I'm sure as you've documented in the show, it looks like Seattle's going to get home field. It'll be interesting to see how the Saints rebound from this one, but that's the story here in Seattle. Back to you in the Louisiana Cast Studios.